You on what now?
Flee easy. You see it?
You popped up yet? Let me see. Your spiritual wheel just popped up somehow.
My what?
Here we go. Here we go.
See it now?
Uh-huh. All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, first and foremost, before we get started, we give all honor and glory and power to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, L'Kakwadash.
I want to say over honor to our elders, our great apostles, great millstone, rule well, teach well, being a great example to Israel, mind the elect. I want to say peace and blessings to the hopefully elect on the four corner, pushing the truth and sincerely. That great song, I'm the brother in the body to my left.
Tasmak.
Hey, we come with a quick lesson through the spirit of power, how about Shema Shai. As you see the title, man, hey, it's a testimony, a true testimony, man. All right, because November the 23rd, all right, last month had made 5 years, man. Yep. All right, and reason why we say 5 minutes turning 5 years, because when we had first came out here on the highways and the hedges, we had an altercation with the officer.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We had an altercation with the officer, and he was like telling us that we had 5 minutes, all right, to leave to get out this block, or they're gonna take us to jail. They're gonna do something to us. You know what I'm saying? But it's like we stand bold in the spirit of how about Shema Shai, and guess what? We still out here teaching, man. All right, can nothing stop this word from going forth, man. All right, but we had to have that faith, all right, and how about Shema Shai to continue to be like, fuck that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Because how it happened was, we was out here waiting on the elders that set us up through the spirit of power. How about Shema Shai, GMS Memphis? GMS Mississippi. All right, the elder. All right, starting with, Elder Ward, Elder Zahab, Elder Kazak, Elder Bun. All right, Priest Abaya, Priest Shakat. Hey, just going on down the line. All right, they set us up, right here, and we was waiting on them. This particular day, it was like the 3rd week. And this is spiritual too, because it was the 3rd week, because you came on the 2nd week. So the 3rd week, we was sitting here waiting on the elder to come, to come teach with us. And the police all of a sudden had pulled up. And he was like, hey, y'all got permission to teach out here? Woo. And we were just going through and telling him, we thought that it was, we got the rights to teach out here.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Because IUIC teach right here on Bill Street.
From the sidewalk.
Right. IUIC teach right here on Bill Street with motherfuckers walking up and down the street drunk as hell.
Yeah.
So,
why can't we be here?
Right. And then on going from there, he was like, okay. He was like, y'all got 5 minutes.
If I come back, y'all better not be here.
He said, y'all got 5 minutes to get up off this block. If I come back and y'all here, we're going to do something about it. And I'm like, shit, well, we ain't going nowhere because I'm waiting on my brothers. You know what I'm saying? We waiting on our brothers to come. And from there, that 5 minutes turned to 5 years, man, through the spirit of power, how about Shema Shai, man. But yeah, you can go ahead with it, talking about.
Hey, this Wisdom of Solomon 5:1, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness.
And that's what we did. See, we stayed in great boldness because, like I was talking about, I was like, bro, we used to go to jail for drugs. You know what I'm saying? Been in jail for all types of shit, guns and shit. So why not go to jail for your how about Shema Shai, man?
Right,
if it need to be that, right. I get locked up. Fuck that shit, cause we doing something righteous. And here it is, they want to try to scare us out the block. But it was on a what? It was a test.
It was a test. It says, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him. Woo. And that's what he was doing. He's just trying to come with the affliction. And, he perceived us to be unlearned men that didn't know the laws of the land and the rights, our so-called rights that we have,
right.
And with us being young, pretty much in the faith, just getting started here in Memphis, because in actuality, we were already pretty much in a camp. This brother was going to Mississippi and I was going to Arkansas.
Man,
You know,
and
so
that was the spirit itself, because you were going 3 hours that way.
yeah,
I was going 3 hours.
It was 2 for me.
Yeah, and it was 3 hours for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, I got that foot. You know what I'm saying? I made it 2. But but that was the spirit itself.
Yep.
We were going opposite ways, but ending up the Lord put us together. That was the spirit, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I ended up, getting the okay from, my elders in Arkansas, and they was like, yeah, bro, that's what you need to do. Go ahead, closer there, no point on you, going 2 hours there, and you right there in that city. So, and at the time, this particular day, it was just me and the box, right? Because it was other brothers that was coming down to camp. Because there was another brother that was in the Arkansas camp with me, right, which ain't with us no more. I ain't gonna speak on his name or whatnot, but he wasn't here that day. And then there was another guy by the name of who we call Smooth Out. That's not exactly his name, but that's just what we call him. And the reason why we called him that is because this very testimony that we given in this very incident, he got shook by law enforcement. We standing on the block contemplating once the elder, the head of Mississippi got here. He just came before the bar myself. Was like, what y'all want to do? I'm like, we gonna stand right here. We gonna, it's like, y'all want to go find another spot, or y'all want to go ahead and teach right here, So it was the spirit, and pretty much we were here at this very spot, this very location. You see, it's right across from the FedEx Forum. All right.
Where it all began.
This is where we started at, man. And we were pretty much holding it down here for 2 years, I say. We was in this spot for 2 years. Yeah. Then it just started to get a little too out of hand. They started putting all these devices.
Like you see now. These bikes and stuff.
Yeah, all this shit in the
way. They're too much. They had the little bikes and stuff down there, but they moved that.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They just try to get us out this block. You see? They try to get us out the block, man.
Yep. And it was real rowdy down here, man, because used to have all the events, the games, the concerts. Used to have Christian seminars, man. We used to be out here battling, man.
Yeah, that's right, man.
But before all that happened, the Lord had to put the spirit on us to stand bold, to confirm, that we were really standing for Him.
That's right.
And this guy we talking about, Smooth Off. Once we had pretty much come to the conclusion that, hey, we was gonna stand here and teach, because he was, he was shook. By the time we got to teaching, we look around,
he was gone.
This very corner right here, because he was on the end. He was on the end of us.
I remember he said, man, they gonna do something. Man, they said when they come back, they gonna do something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was shook. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Man, hell nah, we going to jail tonight, bro. You hear me? There's no way that we finna get up out this block. When you got IUIC out here 1 o'clock in the morning speaking the Bible. And you got Edomites walking up and down speaking the Bible. You wanna get us out the block? Oh no, sir. It ain't gonna happen like that. But I got a quick precept out.
Go ahead.
And this is Isaiah 51:7. It said, hearken unto me, ye that know righteousness.
Yep.
The people in whom heart is my law.
Yep.
Fear ye not the reproach of men, neither be ye afraid of their revealing.
Yep. And that's what that police officer was trying to do. He was trying to revile us, and pretty much make us afraid. And he's really abusing his authority, which I knew. And at the time, I was real fired up. I was pissed off because I knew what he was doing.
They were trying to tell me to calm you down.
But at the same time, I wasn't cursing them. But I have a canted kind of way about myself of, trying to prove a point. Like, I'm telling him, like, what you offended at the sign?
Okay, well, now we'll turn the sign around.
We'll turn the sign around.
Yeah.
So he how Esau get. He got to, flexing,
Yeah. So now you got greater precept. I had told you. I was like, hey, agree with our adversary quick.
Yep. And that's once Elder Ward and his brother, pretty much shared this precept with me. It's what is it? Matthew 25. the whole time the ball was playing it cool. He was like, okay,
yeah,
we gonna leave. When,
right.
We gonna leave when my brother get here. We just wait because they coming from out of town, so we gonna leave when they get here because we told them we was gonna meet. They supposed to meet us right here, and we don't want to go nowhere else. So Bob was, yeah, we gonna leave.
Yeah,
so,
they got some plan on.
I really, I'm a babe, being, overzealous as hell. Like trying to pretty much prove a point to him that he ain't trying to hear anyway.
Right.
But this scripture always stuck with me from that point on, just to show you how experience is what really teaches you the scriptures. Because I never forgot this precept. This is Matthew 5:25. Agree with thine adversary quickly, whilst thou art in the way with him.
Right.
And we were in the way with him. We were in straits with him.
Yeah.
It says, least at any time the adversary deliver thee to the judge, and the judge deliver thee to the officer, and thou could be cast into prison.
Right, so I knew that. So I was like, talking about, like the scripture say, I agree with that adversary quickly.
Yep.
But we still gonna have to play that role because we can't leave.
Yep.
But guess what? That 5 minutes that he tried to condemn us with, guess what? We still out here right now to this day.
Yep. And I remember because too, when the elders came, he had brought some backup with him when he came. When he came back around, he came the second time, he had some backup. But it really was the spirit that the Lord had used on his fellow officer to kindle his fire down. Ooh. And that's when, pretty much he got to conversating with the elders, the men that were more seasoned than us.
Right.
And they was asking us about a permit. The elder bums like, yeah, we got a permit. Yeah. We already got all that clear. We got the permit.
Yeah.
So and then the dude was like, the other I was like, he really don't need a permit. He said, yeah, but we already. So from that point forward, we was like, we finna roll with it. We finna roll with it. But we really sat here and had counsel about whether we were going to, keep, y'all want to go somewhere else.
Try to find another spot. Do a sit down at the crib.
Do a sit down.
Or just go ahead and bring out the camera and teach the word right here, man. Well, we standing right now, man, boldly. In the face of such that has afflicted us, man.
And that just show you that the spirit had to be on you to come into this, because like the guy that we talking about that was with us and did continue with us from that day forward. I'll take that back. He came back the next week. And then the elders rebuked him because he's like, bro, like if he ain't gonna be around when the trouble comes, we don't really need you around us, right? You know what I'm saying? So from that he stayed that day, I think, and then after that we ain't see him no more. Cause we like, what happened to you? Cause we thought he was still out here.
Yeah, cause I thought he was gonna pee.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I thought he was gonna try to use the restroom or whatever, but nah, that boy escaped.
Yeah, he got to talking about he ain't trying to go to jail and so forth and so on. We like, bro, the scripture says we might be cast into prison. Now, I don't mean we gotta be stupid, but at the same time, the Lord told us to be what? As sheep in the midst of wolves, wise as serpents and harmless as doves. All right, bro. But it really was a test to us. Like the Lord was really trying us to see, okay, what you gonna do? All right, when the trouble comes. And from that day forward, we ain't had no trouble. Besides, he riding by, holding up 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Till it got to the point he see we weren't budging. He actually started really being cool with us.
And anybody came up with conflict, they came and got their ass
he'd come get them out the way.
And that's a beautiful precept because it said when what that is
when a man's ways please the Lord.
He make even his enemy at peace with him. Because he was our enemy at first, but they didn't know. He started taking care of everything that was happening outside of this, man. All right, Jay come up here rattling, want to argue, want to cause conflict and confusion. 5 minutes to come up here, hey, y'all gotta leave. Y'all gotta gone, woo-woo. So he really starting to help us out. I mean, it like I said, he had the demon on him, but the Lord had to use him to really test us to see where our faith lies in, and see what we were gonna stand boldly and put our trust in how about Shema shot to the work. Because we could have been like smoothed off, and we would have never been out here. Then it would have been no such thing as a Gms Memphis camp. But the Lord had put it in our spirit, man, to be out here, man. That's how you know that this is the spirit of power behind by Shema Shah. That's we out here, man. All right, we out here standing boldly, man. All right, Lord willing, we continue until the end, man. We gotta talk about.
So, Psalm 94.
God.
Yep, this Psalms 94. Psalms 94 and verse 16. It reads, who will rise up for me against the evildoers, or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquities? Unless the Lord had been my help, my soul had almost dwelt in silence. You know? So if the Lord hadn't been with us, that could have shut us up. Like, well, it wouldn't have been no Memphis camp. We could have went, you know, it's like, man, hell with that. You know, that shows you he's only dealing with a certain type of man, with a certain type of spirit to come out here and preach this word. You have to be bold, man.
Yeah, that's
all right.
That's right. You gotta have the spirit on you, man.
Yep.
The spirit ain't on you, you ain't gonna do it. Read that again, Tyler Market. That was beautiful, man.
Okay. This is Psalms 94 and 16 again. It says, who will rise up for me against the evildoers?
Right, those that the Lord had ordained from the foundation of the earth. All right, when you go to Jeremiah, the first chapter, verse, the fifth verse.
Yep.
All right, He ordained us, man. Lord willing, we the old men, man.
Yep.
Because it's plenty. What you call it? When you say consolation, it's plenty. Signs He have shown us that we can be a part of that number, man.
Yep.
Us out here boldness, you know what I'm saying? Us out here pushing forth His word for 5 years, that we had an opportunity to give it up.
Yep.
You know? So it's a sign that, guess what, we might be a part of that number.
Yep.
Go ahead, Doc.
Yep. It says, or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity?
Right.
Unless the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua had been my help.
Right, because the Lord is our help. That's why He say the angel kept it around about them that what? Fear Him. Because it was the fear of the Lord that to have us out here already.
Yep.
Then it's the fear of the Lord that kept us out here. Because we'd rather go to jail, all right, than to allow them to get us off this block. Why? Because we fear the Lord.
Yep.
So the Lord had never been our help. Being right here in the midst of us, having the angels to guide us,
right, we would have been out of
us. They could have shot us.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
They could have beat us. They could have thrown us in jail. They could have did anything, but guess what? It was the Spirit of the Lord among us, man, upon us. So that's what? Nothing happened. For us, what? Out here teaching.
It says, unless the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua had been my help, my soul had almost dwelt in silence.
Could have.
Yep. And that was never the plan. You know, the Lord had a purpose for us. You know, He had a use for our soul to be a part of this ministry, to be a part of the body, to edify. You know, and now, you know, look, we got what, 9 brothers in the camp. You know,
it wasn't easy.
Yeah. And you know, it's just, and it's not a long time, but you know, just, you know, it's like a milestone, you know, because that's something we was talking about. Like, that's funny how he told us we had 5 minutes, but hey, the Lord, it says the number of man's days are with the Lord.
That's right.
You know, and Lord willing, we continue for another 5 years if this place has that long level. We praying that it don't have another second level.
That's right, bro.
You know,
right.
We praying that this year don't end. We praying that this year ends with the destruction of American Babylon and us going into the kingdom of heaven, man. We don't want to continue on in this place, man. All right?
Yeah.
We don't want to continue on in the wickedness that's being exceedingly distributed throughout the earth, man.
Yeah, that's
You
right.
know? And that's why we are standing out here against the evildoers, against the workers of iniquity, man. We've had countless battles out here with all walks of life, you know?
That's right, bro.
Because this is indeed the chief place of concourse in the city, you know? So we deal with all kinds. We dealt with Moab. We dealt with Esau.
Yeah.
We dealt with Jake,
Right.
Issachar, you know? We deal with low-level scum.
That's
We
right.
deal with high-minded executives that think they, you know, on a level.
We had scholars, so-called
Yeah,
scholars.
so-called scholars.
That's right, man.
Hey, it's and you know, we love this, man. Like I say, Lord willing, we continue until the end, but we hope that end comes soon.
Right, I got one for y'all.
You got it, bro.
This is Romans 12:1. I beseech you, brethren, you got 2 hours. I beseech you, brethren, therefore, by the mercy of the Most High, which is Yahweh Shema Shah, that ye present your body a living sacrifice.
Yeah, present your body a living sacrifice, and that's what we are doing every day. We come out here on the highways and hedges, right? You know, here it is. You know, we're chanting down America. We're chanting down Babylon the Great, all right, and saying what is going to be destroyed by thermonuclear missiles, and telling who, the so-called self-proclaimed white man, that he's the devil that the Bible speaks of, and he's born into slavery. Yeah. All right?
Right.
So pretty much we are domestic terrorists, according to them anyway, you know, which we don't physically go and do any harm to anybody. What do? We use the sword of the Lord's mouth, which is His word. That's right. And this is what's tearing them apart. This is what's tearing this place apart, man. Yeah. This is the fight that we have been placed upon the earth to fight, man. Yeah. All right.
That's right, man. Like I say, you have not chosen me, but I have chosen you.
Yep.
So the Lord chose us to come out here and make our body live a sacrifice. What? To push forth His word. To bring what? Prophecy to pass.
Yep.
That's all this is, man. This is the work of Yahweh Shema Shah, man. Yep. This is the prime example of the Lord visiting the earth which He made. Because you got real true men testifying of Yahweh Shah coming. All right? When Christianity has been alive since when? Which they really dead, but they've been here since what? Plantation. Since slavery.
Yeah, since Jesus.
But never ever it had the effect upon the earth, have the effect that the Israelites, all right, got the effect upon the earth, man. This how you know this is the will of Yahweh Shema Shah, and He used us as a vessel to what? Push forth His word in Memphis. Right. So you got Israelite camps all over the world, man. In every city and then in every state. But the Lord has told us, man, to come out here in Memphis, to make our body live a sacrifice, to push forth, guess what, His agenda, which is what, the downfall of America and the ushering the kingdom of our big brother, our Lord and Savior, Yahweh Shah, man. Yep. All right? Because this wasn't no easy walk, because it was a lot of things that we had to go through to make it out here every Saturday.
Yep.
You know?
I remember we, for the longest, we used to walk all the way like 2 blocks. You know what I'm saying? Before we found out we could, you know, park closer. You know, we walked 2 blocks.
With the big sign
on our back.
We got water, you know what I'm saying? Coolers and everything, man.
Yep.
You know?
And this spot ain't as nice like the other spot where it's got the little, you know, little onions over the top, right? Kind of shield from the sun. It was between buildings. But you remember the sun used to be beaming, man.
I'm talking about.
The sun used to be beaming right here, like. But now we between the buildings, it's kind of, you know, it's a little, you know, it's a little more comforting, but you know, it still worked at the end of the day.
Yeah. This our testimony that the Lord is cold, man. Yep. All right. So you cannot neglect the spirit of the Lord when He got you and He moved you to do something.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? See, there was the chess move of Yahweh, man. All right, through the elders to set us up. You know. But it says to present and make your body live a sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service.
Yep, this was our reasonable service, and we knew that. Like in our spirit, we knew. And, you know, we were fired up about, you know, setting it up and getting it rolling here, man.
That's right.
You know,
that's right, bro.
And the Lord, you know, He used us. We pray that He continues to use us.
Yeah.
And He continued to keep that. You know, that righteous spirit of boldness, and also that humble spirit to continue to sacrifice, you know, for Him, man. You know, because it's about the balance of this thing at the end of the day. You know, it ain't something that we say though we preach the gospel, we have nothing to right.
Yep.
You know, for necessity is laid upon us. You know, we don't boast in this. It's our reasonable service. This is what we have to do.
Yeah. I got one more for y'all.
Okay.
This is 2 Corinthians 13:8. For we can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth.
Yep.
So there's nothing that 5 minutes can do.
Right.
But he really helped us out.
Yeah.
Because he put the spirit on us to get more bolder.
And it boosted
more
our faith.
confident. You know what I'm saying?
It boosted our faith because we saw the scriptures come to light.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, he went from being an enemy to being a friend.
So he really didn't do nothing but help the truth out, man. You know? So Kahala Yahba Shema Shah, man, that we still able to preach, all right, the gospel, which is the good news, all right, to the elect, man. And to come out here and tell these heathens, all right, the judgment that's coming forth from the Yahba Shema Shah and Yahweh Shai and the angels, man, which is death and destruction, along with the missiles, man, and the chariots with the shoot the laser beams, man. You know? Anything else you got out?
Yeah, I got a couple more. This is Proverbs 16:7, just speaking on him. You know, it says, when a man's ways please the Lord, Yahweh, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him. You know?
Yep.
And like you said, you know, it was none but tension immediately, and then it went from 5 minutes to he sees he's saluting us. You know. Now, you know, like he don't remember that, you know, it's like the Lord wiped his memory of the beef he had.
Yeah,
you know, to the point to where he was cool with us. Even when we moved down there, we saw him, you know what I'm saying? He kind of acted like he didn't know us, but he spoke. You know what I'm saying? But it's like it almost like he was acting like though he don't remember. That experience that we had was a fake booster, and you know what I'm saying? Testimony that we just want to share with brothers, you know, out there, because hey, it's still being camp set up, and it's not enough camps being set up, right? You know the spirit that the apostles in, from what I'm hearing, is, hey man, don't worry about joining GMS. Go set up your own thing, do your own thing, and just, you know, pretty much give tribute and salute, salutations to who you learn from. Right? You know, it ain't about being in great millstone. You know, it's about, hey, pleasing Yahweh Shai, man. Right? And we say feed his sheep, about this word going out, all right? And his sheep being fed with the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, so they can be marked, all right, with that the wah, to be exempt from the judgment that's coming, because the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Right, bro. You know? Yeah. One more. It's Proverbs 28:1. So
let it ride. Let it ride.
It says, the wicked flee when no man pursue it, but the righteous are as bold as a lion, man. You know? Yup. So, Lord will, we remain those righteous men standing boldly, standing firm in the Lord, and enduring to the end. All right? The same for you brothers out there that's preaching and teaching his word in sincerity and the truth. What you got it, bro?
Yeah, man. But this just like I say, this just a testimony, man. 5 minutes turned to 5 years, man. Lord willing, we continue to push in the spirit. All right, we're endured to the end, man. Because one thing you gotta do, you gotta continue to fight the good fight of faith, man. Because that's really what's about, having faith. What we read and what we teach daily, man. All right? Because any time or any moment, man, you can see and read some love. Faith, all right, and the belief of Yahweh Shema Shai, because the fear of the Lord, man, all right, the fear of the Lord, you know. So with that, hey, I hope you brothers and sisters edified. This is a testimony from me, the bar, and to my left, hey, it's just a testimony, brother. Hey, Yahweh Shema Shai,
Yahweh Shema Shai, Shalom.
Hey, Baba Ball, Rakah,
hey,
DTA, baby,
Shalom.
You got it, Doc.